Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
More cold, and it does look like we will be seeing snow over the weekend. We'll talk about how much and if we can finally get some warmer temperatures in here just after.
The battle over high school sports officially makes its way to Lansing, coming up here from players, parents, and some educators who say they want sports to restart right away.
All right, Grant, but first, the city of Detroit says COVID vaccinations are going to increase threefold next week, and that's not all.
Also starting next week, vaccinations will be available to all Detroit residents 65 and older.
Currently only available to seniors over the age of 70. So Sean Lay standing by live with more on this. This is happening, Sean, as other health departments have been scaling back because they just can't get enough doses.
Scaling back in the counties. This is happening only in the city of Detroit. They're getting vaccine, lots more vaccine directly from the federal government. So much vaccine, the city of Detroit extending hours of vaccinations down at the TCF Center, also opening up to more people. Here's the reason why.
We have finally busted loose the supply chain on vaccines for the city of Detroit.
It's the news so many in area counties are still waiting to hear, but now it's happening in the city of Detroit. The city will now triple vaccinations, going from 5,000 to 15,000 people next week. Mayor Mike Duggan leaning hard on the federal government to ship vaccine directly to the Detroit Health Department. The city has shown its TCF Center setup is working, where people outside of the city are still forced to fumble with websites, low supply, and few appointments.
As far as I know, we are the only city in the country now where anybody who's 65 years old can just call, get somebody on the phone.
Duggan's background is running hospitals. He was in charge of the DMC when drive-through vaccinations were set up during the H1N1 outbreak in 2009. Detroit's assembly line experience now showing.
In the city of Detroit, we're very fortunate. We've got a huge indoor parking structure at a convention center. Most cities in the country don't have that. And we have Quicken, which use their affiliate Rock Connections to set up an appointment system with 80 operators. Other folks don't have that. They're relying on, mail-in, email appointment processes and the like. So, and then there's something about the city of Detroit where assembly lines are in our blood.
And you can see every day at the TCF Center that assembly line process is working in that closed, heated garage. 65 and older now to review. K through 12 teachers, any child care worker in the city of Detroit workers, postal employees, now federal, state, and law enforcement people who live in the city of Detroit eligible, anyone working in a funeral home, and any healthcare worker working in the city of Detroit. So, Devin, Karen, the city of Detroit gets this commitment from the federal government for 15,000 doses a week. We'll see if that even increases going forward.
It's big, Sean. County health departments, though, are also looking for more vaccine. Are they having any luck getting the same news Detroit's getting?
And we check in with the counties daily. Right now, yep. Oakland is checking, and they're asking every single day or week. Macomb County sent a letter directly to President Biden asking for 50,000 doses a week. No response yet.
All right, Sean. Well, now let's move to Lansing, where the heated debate over restarting high school sports took center stage at the Capitol today.
Oh, it sure did. Parents and student athletes made their case to state legislators, saying the pause is causing more harm than good. Let's bring in Grant Herms. And Grant, did they take any action or make any decisions on this?
Well, Karen, they did pass a resolution. It was passed in a bipartisan voice vote today. That does mean that it's non-binding, which means they can't make the governor actually do anything. But today, for those people who testified in front of senators and representatives, it was the day that they had been waiting for.
We're not even giving any kind of hope at all. And February 21st isn't an option. We can't do all this on February 21st. At that point, it's over.
Parents and student athletes told their stories today, hoping to convince the governor and health officials to start winter sports right away.
I've done all you have asked of me, and yet you continue to take away the one thing that means the most to me during this period in my life.
One school superintendent, also a COVID survivor, brought to tears describing students who came to her office after learning their seasons wouldn't start for weeks.
And the next few minutes had a profound impact on me. There outside my office were high school students from all grade levels. They weren't loud or disruptive. They were just standing there, staring at me, broken.
The hearings come just one day after House Republicans laid out their COVID plan, which includes $2.1 billion to help schools reopen, but shifts the power of who makes the call from the state to local health departments, a major blow to the governor's pandemic powers. Thursday, the governor saying she understands those wanting to get back to play, but pointed to new coronavirus variants as her concern.
We're all struggling with a level of burden, there's no question. And yet this virus is still a very real threat. It is mutating.
And one of the numbers that was talked about a lot today during these hearings was one from the MHSAA, which said of the 30,000 tests that were done in the final 3 months of the fall sports, nearly 99% of those tests came back negative. So far, the state has not laid down its own threshold for what these athletes need to meet for winter sports. Back to you.
Grant, what about the potential for that lawsuit? Is that still in the works?
Karen, as far as we know, yes. We just have not seen that lawsuit come down. The group behind that lawsuit, however, is still planning to hold a rally this weekend starting at noon on Saturday. They're also already gearing up for the fight over spring sports. Practices for those start in mid-March.
All right. We appreciate it. Thank you, Grant.
Now, today, the state's Republican leaders reacted to the governor's message of unity during last night's State of the State address. They say they're all for bipartisanship, but they want a seat at the table, especially when dealing with critical issues like vaccine distribution.
Actions speak louder than words. There was not a single conversation with the Senate, I suspect, nor with the House, on how could we actually help improve the process, help improve the messaging, and partner in achieving a common goal. But when there's only presentations and no conversations, it's very difficult to do that.
In response, Governor Whitmer says the Republican leadership is invited weekly to the meetings with the state's top health experts, but says their attendance has been hit or miss. She says she'll keep sending the invite. Well, it's day 2 of some pretty chilly weather, and headed into the weekend, Ben is again tracking the potential for a fresh shot of snow.
Let's get over to him right now for a look at what's headed our way. Hey, Ben.
Yeah, Karen and Devin, January, of course, is our coldest month of the year, and there is no doubt about that today. We're at least getting some glimpses of sunshine here at the tail end. As you can see from our downtown shot, you got to look pretty far in the background. You can see it out there. There's one little shot of sunshine that's just illuminating a couple of those buildings there closer to Belle Isle. But we are expecting temperatures to stay on the cold side. 21 where we're at right now. 12-mile-an-hour wind puts our wind chill at 9. But wait till you see tomorrow morning's feels like temperatures. That's our 4-zone forecast. Metro zone wind chills tonight, 4, 5, even 3 in the northern suburbs. Still positive, at least in the south zone. 6, 7, 8 will be generally the choices down there. Close to 0 in parts of our west zone. A lot of 1s out there in Fenton, Milford, and Clarkston. And wind chills north of M59 are going to be 0 and slightly above as we get started tomorrow morning. We'll do it again on Saturday morning before we see an improvement. But the weather is going to play a huge impact going forward, including the snow this weekend. And we'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Guys?
Ben, let's take a look at today's coronavirus numbers. The state reporting 1,872 new cases of the virus, and another 80 deaths have occurred over the past 24 hours, or at least the findings over the past 24 hours, because that includes 67 from a review of vital records. Now, we're keeping a close eye on where things stand with the vaccine issue across the state.
To date, more than 1.4 million doses have been delivered to Michigan, with a little more than 850,000 shots going into arms. Still a long way to go. Meantime, more promising vaccine news today.
Yes, studies in the UK and South Africa show an experimental vaccine from Novavax appears to offer strong protection. Company says its vaccine was more than 89% effective in its phase 3 clinical trial. Study found the vaccine was 85% effective against the UK variant, but not nearly as effective against the new strain that's been discovered in South Africa.
The governor has said it is a goal to have in-person learning available to all students in the state by March 1st.
And understandably, parents, teachers, and students all happy to hear that, but they also have a lot of concerns. And today, experts from Mott Children's Hospital at the University of Michigan offered some guidance. Dr. Frank McGeorge has the highlights for us. Doc?
Yeah, Karen and Devin. So the discussion covered a wide range of topics, from trends in teenage depression during the pandemic to ways to help kids cope with the abnormal circumstances created by COVID. But the main topic of interest was the safety of returning to in-person learning.
At this point in time, we actually have really encouraging data that this is a safe move for schools to start returning to in-person education. There have been several good studies that have come out that have shown that the rate of transmissions within schools is really, really low, often much lower than it is in just the general community.
That's Dr. Allison Tribble, an infectious disease physician at the University of Michigan's C.S. Mott Children's Hospital.
We're not seeing staff members getting infected, and we're finding that when we look at the type of risk factors that kids have who are infected, it's not the school exposure.
And although it is critical to get teachers vaccinated,
we've already shown that schools are safe for teachers even when they're not vaccinated. So that by itself does not need to be a goalpost for opening schools. But of course, we should be doing everything we can to protect those teachers. I think the bigger risk to teachers is other adults, and whether that's adults in the community, because you're still going to birthday parties or baby showers or whatever it be in the community, or other adults in your school. It's very important that staff maintain these precautions around each other. I think that's a bigger risk to the teachers than the kids themselves. All of this together, just is a constant reminder that we have to maintain very, very strong, mitigation practices in schools, not just one, but layers and layers of these safety practices.
And the bottom line is that current research does not find that schools are a primary driver of spread. Now, the entire hour-long live discussion is available online if you want to listen yourself, and we've posted a link to it on our website, clickondetroit.com. It's really a good discussion.
Yeah, it was, Doc. But talk about the insights into how these new variants might affect in-person education now.
Well, that was brought up. The thing is, at this point, we just don't have enough information. Thing is, as long as people continue to practice good mitigation habits like masking and distancing, we're hopeful that it should be manageable.
We are. All right, Doc. Well, they say the judge doesn't belong on the case, and it's all because of his address.
Ahead here at 5, we are following a new twist in the Flint water case.
Also, there may be one key thing missing at this year's Summer Olympics in Tokyo. What that might be and why organizers say this time around there is no plan B. Hank?
More than 1 million here in Michigan, not only out of work, but many without health care coverage. And now I'll tell you what's being done to try to make sure that you have the health care that you need.